Hey, welcome to the markcast. This is episode 4, and today we're going to be talking about the Macbook Pro with TouchBar. So today's video is going to be touching on a few different categories. That's going to be the TouchBar, Touch ID, Usbc, the Trackpad, and the keyboard, as well as speed and price. So why would someone want this laptop? Either you're a creative professional, or you're a designer, or you're just someone who likes the latest and greatest Apple products. It's probably why you want this. For me, I use it for video editing, and I love it. Now, could you buy a PC with better specs, probably run a little bit faster than this computer? By all means you can. But if you're living in the world of Apple and you use Apple products like I do, then to me, this is the right purchase. But I am excited about this particular laptop. So let's talk about the TouchBar. The TouchBar isn't a gimmick to me. I definitely see how there are real world values to using it. My experience has been good with it. I've enjoyed the idea of what it is. It doesn't replace a giant touchscreen like what's going on in Windows 10, but it definitely offers a new interactive element. Now, one of my favorite aspects of the TouchBar is the emoji keyboard. I know it's kind of not really useful, but it's fun. I also love the features that are available in Final Cut 10 and being able to have a customized TouchBar keyboard there. But I do have to say that I like it, but I don't use it. I've learned all the quick keys that make sense for me. So what the TouchBar offers, I already know in the keyboard commands. And that right there lies kind of the problem in my mind of the TouchBar, because a lot of the things that it offers, you can do just through keyboard shortcuts. Now, I know this is early on in the development of the TouchBar. It's only been around for a few months. So I do look forward to seeing how developers take advantage of this, but it's still kind of in its infancy. And there's gonna be more progress, more applications built around it. All right, next up, Touch ID. I love Touch ID. Why do I like it? 2 reasons. Simply, I can log into my computer by just placing my finger on the Touch ID, and now I'm in. That's awesome. The second reason why I like it is I use 1Password to store all my passwords. So whenever I want to gain access to it, instead of having to type my really long password out, all I have to do is touch my finger and then 1Password's unlocked. So the fact that Touch ID allows for that to happen and gives me access to important applications quickly is great. I have not tried it using Apple Pay, but I'm sure the experience is just as great as it would be on your phone. Usbc. This has been one of the bigger problems people have with this laptop. To me, it's not been a big deal. The fact that I'm able to power my device as well as provide video and audio through one single cable blows my mind. Instead of buying a dongle, which actually I did just purchase one, but to get around the whole dongle thing is most, if not all of the stuff I use interfaces via USB. So I just bought the USB-C to, for example, micro USB cable. That way I can just directly connect into my laptop without having to go through a dongle. And it's also been cheaper. I've bought in like 6 cables for the price of 1 adapter. And now I don't have to worry about carrying around multiple adapters. I just carry around the relevant cables and problem solved. Transitioning to USB-C offers so much versatility and power that it's worth it. And I can see why Apple did this. Yes, it is annoying right now in the present not super USB-C world that we're in, but it's something that makes sense to me and I'm on board. So let's talk about the new MacBook Pro keyboard. I'm still getting used to it and I don't love it, I don't hate it. I'm kind of just in the middle right now. I've been using the laptop, as I said, for about 2 weeks. So it's not that I'm typing a bunch of papers or anything because I'm not in college anymore. So it's a little bit different. This also isn't my main driver of a computer. I use a different computer at my day job, so I'm not using it 24/7. So I can't really speak to the keyboard and typing a lot on it, but I like it. I know I'm gonna get used to it. I kinda have to get used to it because it's my new keyboard that I use on my laptop. So it is what it is. One change I'm not really sure I'm a big fan of is the new trackpad. I have no idea why it is as big as it is. I personally didn't have any problem with the size of the previous trackpad, and all this extra space does for me is actually causes me to have more palm issues where I'm typing and then the mouse moves with my palm. I mean, the palm rejection technology is good, but I just don't see the point of why they did this. To me, it would have been maybe practical if they built in some type of pen support, or they utilize this larger space for something, not just creating a larger trackpad to create a larger trackpad. I personally don't get the point behind it, but they did it. I'm getting used to it, and that's just my opinion. I mean, if you have one, please let me know, because to me, I think it's pointless and I don't like it, but whatever. The price. This computer is overpriced, without a doubt. You can buy a PC with better specs than this laptop, hands down. But what you're paying for is the experience in the Apple ecosystem. And if you're interested in that price of entry or willing to pay for it, go for it. Speed. So I'm not a benchmark person. To me, I just want to see a difference between my old laptop and my new laptop, and I do see that. I went from a 2013 MacBook Pro 15-inch to now the 2017 MacBook Pro 15-inch with TouchBar. So that's a 4-year difference, and I hope I saw a speed advantage, which I did, and I'm happy about that. So I think it was a good transition for myself, and I'm very excited to be using this and getting the extra computing power when I'm editing. So it's great. Feel free to YouTube some speed benchmarks, but I'm not gonna run those. So let's talk about battery. So I took a round trip from New York City to Boston via bus. In total, that's about 8 hours of travel time. I did not charge the laptop from the moment I left Boston to the moment I returned back to Boston. Now, what I was doing through that whole trip was I was watching video, I watched a movie that I downloaded from iTunes, and then I also streamed some content from Netflix. No problems with battery. It lasted the whole entire trip, which honestly blew my mind, and I was really, really happy with the battery life experience. Now, I haven't tried the battery in terms of doing mobile editing and not plugging it in, so I'm sure it definitely will decrease there, but my overall experience with the battery life has been great. So I have no issues with that. I would 100% recommend this computer if you're interested in a new pro computer and you haven't bought one in a few years like myself. It's a great experience. It's a well-built machine. I'm loving every minute of it, and I'm happy. And that's all that matters in the end for me as the consumer of this product. So I definitely would say, hey, if you want to get one and you can afford it, go for it. But I will also say, if you think you can find a cheaper option out there or build one yourself, do that. Because in the end, you're probably gonna get more bang for your buck that way. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, then I guess give me a thumbs down. And if you haven't already subscribed, I appreciate it if you do. If you haven't shared this with your friends, please do. I love sharing what I have to say to you, my audience, and I look forward to hearing your response and your comments below. I do love when you leave comments, so feel free to go wild, even if it's making fun of me. I don't really care. But thank you again for watching this, and I look forward to sharing with you my next video. Okay, and I'm out.